In today's video, I'll be sharing with you a tutorial on how to cut and sew this stylish bubu dress with a drawstring, and also how to make a stylish scrub neckline. So if this is something you like, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments at the comment section. So let's dive right into today's video. So to make this dress, you need about 3 to 4 yards of fabric to make it. So this is the Ankara fabric I'm making it with. You can go ahead to use any fabric of your choice, and what I have here is about 3 yards. So now I'll go ahead to open my fabric. I'll be cutting the front and the back together. Now I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two, so I folded it into two. So this is what I have here, right? After folding it into two, you fold it again because you're cutting both the front and the back together. Go ahead to pin this, secure the edge of your fabric. I'll go ahead to place my ruler, and I'll be marking out 1/2 inch at the upper part of this material. This will be serving as a starting point from where I'll be taking my measurement. Place my tape and mark my shoulder to bust line. Next step is your shoulder to waistline, then 7 inches to get your hip point. After marking that, place your tape at the upper part and get your gown length. My gown length is 36 inches plus extra 1 inch for folding allowance. You can make yours longer. Opening this up to show you that I'm cutting out my fabric on fold. The neckline, use 3.5 inches and come down by 1 inch at this point and mark. So after marking at this point, you want to mark your shoulder divided by 2. From there, measure out your sleeve length. Now I'll be using the end of this fabric as my sleeve length. I'll be leaving my sleeve length at 17, but if yours is not up to, you can go ahead to add fabric to it. Now for this dress, you just need one measurement, and that measurement is hip measurement divided by 4. Then I'll add extra 4 inches to my measurement. Extra 4 inches, this is because this is a bubu dress, right? Now at the waistline, I'll also insert the same measurement I used, which is the hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 4 inches. I'm going to take this all the way to my gown length, and I'm going to go ahead to place my ruler and connect this to the end of my dress. Now after I'm done connecting, now you want to go ahead to measure where your sleeve is going to stop. What I have is roughly 9 inches. I'll be adding extra 1 inch for stitching up allowance, which will give me 10, and then if you divide 10 by 2, you have 5 inches. But instead of marking 5 inches, I'll mark 6 inches. Why I marked 6 inches is because we are going to take our shoulder slope at the upper part of our dress. So from this point now, I'm going to connect and blend this into what we have already. That is your hip measurement divided by 4, and I will connect. I'll just go ahead and blend this into my dress very well, and then I'll go ahead to cut out. Remember, like I said, I'm going to come down by 1 inch at this part. That is after that our starting line. This will be serving as the shoulder slope of this dress, and I'll connect it back to the neckline and I'll pin down. What I'm going to do next is to cut out the neckline, and then while cutting the upper part, please add 1/2 inch on top, which will serve as a stitching up allowance. Then I'm going to go ahead to cut the lower part and the sides of this dress. So after cutting this out, what I will do is to separate the front from the back. I'm going to unpin it and separate it. After separating it, I'll just pick one side, which will be serving as the front pattern. I'll place my tape at the neckline. I'll measure my shoulder to bust line, which is 9 inches. Then from there, I'll come down by 1.5 inches, making the depth of the neckline 10.5 inches. Now whatever you're cutting, the neckline should be close to your underbust. Shoulder to underbust is 12 inches. That's why I extended my neckline to 10.5. From there, I'm going to come in by 1 inch. And from that 1 inch, I'll be connecting this all the way to the upper part of my neckline. Next step I'll take is to go ahead to cut this out. Then after cutting out, I'll open it up, and this is what I have. So the next step, you're going to place the back on top of the front. Now what you do is you're going to stitch the shoulder with 1/2 inch and then fold the sleeve. Repeat the same process at this other side. Stitch up the shoulder to the end of the sleeve and then fold out this area. After stitching, this is what I have. So I went ahead to iron it out. Now what I'll do is I'm going to open this up this way, and I'll go ahead to fold it out here. Make sure that the neckline and the shoulder part is matching. So I want to extend the neckline in by 1.5 inches and then I will reconnect it. And after reconnecting, I'll cut this out. This is because the neckline on the dress is actually wide. I'll just go ahead to trim it out. After trimming it out, I'll open it up back again. Now you want to take the measurement, the round measurement of your neckline this way. So I'm going to take it from one end to where the neckline ends at the front. Whatever measurement you have, mine is 28. Make sure you add like additional 5 to 7 inches to it. Because of the lower part of this neckline, we are going to cross it over and stitch. And here also, I took the measurement I have here, which is about 3 inches. So after taking this measurement, I cut out my band. So this is 3 inches on fold. If you open it up, it's 6 inches. For the length, remember we measured 28 inches and I added additional 5 inches. So you can iron stay to your interfacing, cutting stay, or if you have a soft tissue stay or paper stay, you can go ahead to iron it on your neck piece, right? So I've gone ahead to iron that out. This is what I have. I used the tissue stay or paper stay, whichever name you call it. So after ironing it, I felt like stay would have been better. So what I will do is I will notch the center of the back neckline, right? So what I'll do also is to get the middle of the neckline of this piece that I cut out. Place the midpoint at the midpoint of my neckline. So I'll go ahead to stitch this down with 1/2 inch. So when I was making it, I actually pinned it, then I went ahead to sew. But when sewing, it was quite difficult. So what I did was, when I was stitching, I was placing the collar together to make it easier because we have a closed end at both sides. Now you go ahead to repeat the same process at this side and also go ahead to pin this down all the way to where the neckline stopped, right? Now you're going to stitch starting from that point. Do not exceed your neckline. If not, it will be difficult for you to flip it in. So after I was done stitching, what I'll do is to go ahead to just give it a slight notch at both sides. So be careful when you're doing this, because when I was notching mine, I over notched my dress. So I even had to like stitch up one side to make sure it meets. Then you will flip the neckline in this way, right? So what I'll do now is to go ahead to flip my fabric to the other side. Then you'll be crossing it over this way. So when I was crossing this, I felt like what I had here was shorter. Probably when you're doing yours, you add more length to your neckline. So go ahead to cross it and pin it this way. Now you see this 1/2 inch that you will have after you must have notched the sides of your dress. Now take it up this way and go ahead to iron it. If you iron it, it will be easier for it to relax at this point. That 1/2 inch you just ironed out, you now stitch it on that neckline. After stitching it, you will now flip it to the right side. You can also go ahead to pin it down before going ahead to stitch it to make it easier for you to stitch. So after stitching out, this is what I have. Now I'm going to flip this to the wrong side of the dress. You want to place your tape at the shoulder of your neckline. Then mark your shoulder to waist point. Now after that, mark the middle of this your pattern. So my waistline is 28 inches divided by 2, it will give me 14. It is 14 for the front and 14 for the back, which will sum up to 28 inches. So that 14 inches, what I'll do is I'll mark 7 inches on both sides of the waistline, because 7 plus 7 will give you 14. So after marking that 7 inches on both sides, I made a little belt. Now if you notice, the waistline of this dress is snatched. This is because of the belt inside of this dress. Now you're going to pin this belt only to the front part of this dress, and also take this belt again and pin on the next 7 inches at the other side, because we shared 7 inches at each side, which gave us 14 inches for the front. Remember, you're just pinning this belt only to the front part, and you're going to top stitch it only on that your waistline, right? And go ahead to stitch on it. Now after stitching on it, step is to create a ruche for your dress. From your waistline, come down by 1.5 inches. Folded out my fabric, and the width is about 2 inches, right? Now to determine the length, let's go ahead to mark the middle part of my dress. Now I'll place my tape and come down by 7 inches from the waistline. From that midpoint, I'll mark half of my front hip. My hip measurement is 40. If you divide it by 2, I have 20. So on each side I have 10 inches. So from the middle part, I measured 10 inches, which is half of my hip measurement, and I placed fabric. Now to get the length of this fabric, come down by 1.5 inches from your waistline. Then from that point all the way down is the total length of what you'll be using to create the ruche. So what I have, I'm going to stitch at the center part of this fabric, and then stitch at the side, and also stitch at the other side. Remember, the wideness is about 2 inches. To get the length is minusing 1.5 inches from your waist measurement, and take that measurement all the way from that point to the lower part of your gown. That is how to get the length. So I'll just go ahead and pin this down. After pinning down, I'll stitch the middle point and the 2 sides. After I'm done pinning, this is the little rope I made for this. So whatever the length of this channel that you made for your rope, multiply it times 3. That is how to get the length of the rope that you're going to make, right? Whatever length you have there, go ahead to multiply it. So after passing the rope, I have the upper part open, right? You now pass it again to the other side and pass it to the end. Now after passing to the end, if you now drag it, you create the ruche by the side. Now the next step is to go ahead to stitch the sides of this dress. I'm going to stitch the sides of this dress with 1 inch, then also stitch the other side. So I'll go ahead to show you the final result of this dress. So this is the final result of this dress. If you find this tutorial very interesting and educative, please kindly go ahead to hit on the subscribe button.